Welcome to OnlinePilatesClasses.com, the most supportive Pilates-loving community across the globe. Enjoy new weekly classes from our amazing teachers. Download the OnlinePilatesClasses.com app today.
Welcome to class this month. It's Christine's birthday month, which means she is 51. She got to pick the theme, and it's all about keeping our bodies strong as we get older. So here at OPC, all of our teachers are getting older, but our bodies are staying younger. And so Look Ma, No Hands is our theme, which is just about we talk about this a lot, but how can we get up from sitting to standing without using our hands as much as possible? Obviously on the chair, our hands are going to be applied a lot, but I want us to just kind of focus on how does this get us? Can we sit on the back of our chair even and just stand up? You might take that for granted, and that's kind of a high situation. So what about a lower situation? What about a couch? What about a low toilet? What about a squat on the ground? So there might be limitations to how low you can go in your life, but that's okay. Let's get as low as we can for where your body's at. So we're going to work with some heavier springs to get the back of our legs turned on. Please make sure you don't slide off your chair on a couple of these first beginning exercises. So if you want to put yourself up against the wall, you can. But I want to first slide us to the very back. So you may want a sticky pad here. And we have our heels together, toes apart, no hands. So behind your head. And you're going to push the pedal down and pick it back up. Be mindful of how you push it down. I don't want you sliding off the chair. So I'm pushing it down from the back of my legs, and I'm trying to move my thighs away. So it's I'm really trying to push the floor away, in that I could just levitate my glutes off of this chair. And what's so cool is when you think about that, you get a lot of lower abdominals to help you lift up. And then onto the arches, squeeze everything together and push. And push. And push. Push your head into your hands into your head. And then onto your heels, reach them down. So it'll feel a little different. We're going to repeat this whole situation closer to the edge where we normally do this. But hopefully you're able to see oh, I'm really moving those femurs. Now come to the front, go back. Why you get a bigger range of motion because your thighs could actually get to the level, and your knees could even maybe go lower, depending on your leg length. My leg length stops me, but you get to go as low as your body can stay up and as high as your body can stay up. And then you're going to come onto your arches, push that pedal away, and lift it up. Squeeze everything nice and tight together. And then onto those heels. And now I want us to do a single leg. So it's almost like we're doing a single leg pistol squat. Single leg 5 times. And then switch. And then go ahead and rest. All right, so let's place our feet on the pedal, heels together, toes apart, and push the pedal down. Put your thighs on your hands, not because we want to use our hands, because the theme is no hands, but I want you to use your hands as a way to understand what's moving and what's not moving. So we're going to hold the pedal down, so your thighs might be lower than parallel. If you are more fun size, you can put a yoga block here so that you don't have to go beyond a level that you can actually hold still. The heels will lower and lift, so my thighs are moving, but the pedal is not moving. So we're really trying to work. How do we work the back of the legs to reach those heels down, right? One more. Okay. Now lift the thighs to parallel. Okay. Now the thighs stay still and you push the pedal away by pointing the feet and flexing. We'll do this with our Achilles stretch as well. But all of this is that ankle mobility is really important. If you have really, really tight ankles, it's going to make it hard for you to get down and up from sitting. It's not even the thighs, right? It's the Achilles. But then if yours are really open and flexible but no strength, we don't want that either. So this is a really nice little piece of work. All right, lift the pedal up. You can spin around, lay long ways, or I'm going to slide forward and lay short ways. We're going to do the 100. So pull your waist back, pump your arms. And so how long can you get in your spine here? And where do your legs need to be in space to help you connect more to your center? Sometimes you get up a little too high, so find your low ribs getting longer away. Come up towards a teaser, bend your knees in, place them on the floor, and stand without your hands. Woo! Okay. We'll see how many times we have to do that today. So you'll take your heels together, toes slightly apart, and then you'll place the foot onto the pedal, and then you'll round forward, hands on the chair, knees. So we're going to do the exact same thing we did. We're going to isolate which ankle is a culprit and which one's our strong one. So you are holding your knee in place with your diamond-shaped hands, and you're pointing and flexing this foot. And the goal is to take the same amount of seconds to push the pedal away as it is to lift the pedal up. So you're trying to work the full range of motion, and that the pedal isn't shoving your foot up, right? That you're pulling it up. Stand in the back leg and now hold it here. Lift the pedal up, take your hands off without pushing, stand all the way up, and then push the pedal down and up. Something to think about with the press down front is I'm thinking that my femur is going back. So I'm gonna take my foot off for a second. It's like it's doing this, which is your knee stretches and your down stretch on the reformer, right? So that's what I'm thinking about here versus like just trying to touch the floor. Okay, hold the pedal down. Now reach that heel down, lift the heel up, lift the pedal up. The knee joint shouldn't change in that. So I push, the heel reaches, the heel lifts, right? So you shouldn't feel like your knee's getting straighter is what I mean. One more. Awesome. We are going to go into going up front without using our hands, but I want to warm up both legs before we do that. So we'll take this foot down, other foot goes on. We press into the pedal, round forward, hands on the chair, and then point and flex. This one is shaking as I lift the pedal up. This is my weaker glute. So that means to stand up, if I had to stand up with one leg, this is not the one that does it. And now I'm gonna lift up without pushing with my hands. I'm gonna use my center to pull me back up and then push the pedal down and up. So really back and forward. And then hold the pedal down, lower the heel, lift the pedal. Push the pedal down, lower the heel, lift the pedal. And again. Wonderful. Okay. Whew. That's some shakes. We're going to give our legs just a moment. Again, you can lay long ways, easier, short ways, harder. I want you to pull your waist back and try not to use your hands to lower yourself onto the mat. All right, now bring your knees into your chest. I'm going to pull myself a little bit more off the box, but here we go. One knee in, one leg out. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull. So can you feel those same hamstring glutes reach the leg out? So this leg that's out here, right here, that's the standing leg in your press down front. This leg was doing the Achilles, right? And switch, and switch. So you feel how you're literally in your Achilles stretch here? Because you are. Both knees in, reach your arms and legs away, circle. Those legs going away are doing your footwork, toes, and in, and reach, and in. One more time, reach and in without using your hands on the chair. Try to roll up to a mini little teaser, bend the knees, place the feet down, stand up. This is your break. Bend your knees. Now I'm going to try to stay on the edge as much as I can. Pull the waist back without using my hands. Boom, there we go. Now grab an ankle, pull, pull, switch.
pull, pull. So, ooh,